I got a question. I got a question. I got a question.
Have you ever met anyone off the app or dated anyone off the app?
I have.
How'd that go?
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's been a journey. I'll say that. Um, Twitter love can happen and it can be good. Y'all just, I would say my advice would be, it's one thing to put it out there like y'all together, but then after that, I will keep everything else off of it. And this is coming from somebody who has been completely open, good, bad, or indifferent about everything that I go through. I would say for relationship purposes, though, like especially if it's not solely about you, um, just keep that shit off the internet because Twitter loves drama, myself included, because I shown up, I've decided to stay out of it now. However, I be scrolling and I read and I'm like, this is a good story for today. But
Mm-hmm.
in terms of how I know I feel when I see that, it's like, ooh, wait, I shouldn't put who I love and myself and what we got going on as that topic of anybody's day because
Mm-hmm.
we should figure that shit out. So that would be my only thing about Twitter love because Twitter love is very, very possible. It's no different than any dating app, any other social
Oh,
media site that you send a shout out to and meet them off of. So it's very possible, whether for short term, long term, whatever. I've had it happen for me. So it can happen for others. I would just say, unless you're trying to turn into that like social media couple, keep the actual relationship offline and then enjoy each other, you know?
yeah. See, I'm an outlier. I'm one of them, like, don't put nothing on social media, period. No personal business at all. But I understand it is people that do that. What's the stigma about like Twitter relationships or meeting people off Twitter? Like you just said, it's like any other day now. It's like it's not like weird like 20 years ago when like meeting somebody online was seen as kind of like ugh, but now it's just
Hmm.
equivalent to bumping into somebody at the store. Why you think it got that stigma like that on
I have no clue. It might be because of what also is the norm is that when shit starts to go bad, that same great Twitter couple gets outed all on the timeline and the messiness happens. Like majority of the messiness also happens on Twitter. So they're like, oh no, Twitter love can't be good because all we seeing are all these horror stories about what happened in this Twitter love situation. But again, you switch the putting all the bad shit on Twitter about a relationship, I
right?
guarantee there could be more positivity that comes out of the Twitter love situation.
Yeah, because it's the drama only hits the timeline if you've put your situation out there to begin with.
Yeah,
And like
exactly.
anything, once you put it on the internet, man, it's free game.
Free
So
game. Free game.
so hey,
Yeah.
so what's the wildest tweet? The wildest tweet you've ever seen?
I think I will group them. It's those dark humor ones where
Mm-hmm.
like somebody says something about somebody dead family member or some shit, and it's like
Yeah.
this isn't supposed to be funny. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that you were bold enough to tell this person something about their dead family member,
Mm-hmm.
I I like dark humor. So it's the dark humor tweets that get me the most. Also, the fact that like I'm totally here for the porn and the nudity and all that shit, but the fact that that can happen and be seen just on opening an app, but you use a certain strain of cuss words on the same app and you get suspended blows my mind. So I feel like that's my wildest thought of Twitter is like, why can't I see inside this chick's entire vaginal cavity? Like I am seeing through to her soul. But if I cuss this man out a certain way, I'm about to lose my account. Cool, cool, cool. Twitter is wild for that.
That's pretty much what everybody be saying. Is damn near the only time you feel like snitching is validated. You get probably like, hold on, man, it's porn all over this app, and they don't get bothered
Right
at all.
there. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's where the hate come, man, when people get to reporting your tweets and teaming up. And
Absolutely.
yeah, because I've heard it'll come out on one of the episodes of somebody I talked to where they explained how it really be basically like hate groups. In this particular situation, it was
Mass.
with a
It's mass
celebrity,
people.
but they be
Mhm.
having like it could be a group chat with people in it, and they all have the same agenda. They can go in there and just be like, "Hey,
Yep.
we finna go hate on Gorilla Mama right now," and
Yep.
the whole army will just go and report the one tweet, and then you be wondering what
What
happened.
happened? Yeah.
And
Every time. Every time.
that that's a miserable life right there, man. For somebody to do that, because I seen just a couple of days ago, a chick went and blocked all the followers of somebody else, and we all us just caught the stray. I was like, man, the energy it took to
What
do that,
started that? Didn't
the
even see what
energy it
started
took
it.
to go block 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
couldn't do nothing else better with your time.
That, and I know that takes so much time because you have to go to each individual pages. When do you have time to go to 5,000 pages in a day? I could never. I would
But
never.
A few moments later.
So, being the person you are, with all the engagement and the followers you have, I know it. I know you've thrown some block parties and benders. How many people you got?
Absolutely.
How many people you
So-
got blocked?
On this page, because I said it's my fun page. I'm here. I don't have no beef with nobody. I'm not tripping on nothing unless you direct some crazy, like the girl that did that mass blocking of all of her followers. I've blocked her back because you're not gonna block me and I'm not gonna block you. But it's only like a couple people, so I might say maybe like 5 people total are blocked.
What
on
about
this
your
page.
last page?
It was over 10K, but that is only because there was one tweet that was like somebody made, and it was horrible. It was a mean tweet. Like, if my feelings could get hurt off of Twitter, my feelings would have been really, really hurt. And everybody that liked that, I did take the time to go block them.
I got a question.